What's up, guys? It is Herson again from the customer acquisition team. I've been gone for like a little bit over 10 months because throughout that time I was pretty much failing at doing this stuff. And I pretty much went back to working regular jobs because the clients that I had, they didn't pan out. I was delivering results, but they weren't happy with them for some reason. And it gave me like this big um, blow to my ego, to be honest, where I kept trying and trying and trying, but I didn't close any deals. Like I just kept getting, oh yeah, we'll do a free trial, and then after that they wouldn't go for it because they thought it was too much money. It was just disheartening. It's like working really hard for something and not getting anything out of it. So eventually I stopped working hard at it. I was just bullshitting, and I chose to stop posting on YouTube because I didn't really have the motivation to work for social media clients. So why would I want to, make a fake post on YouTube like I'm still super successful? I mean, I started off really really strong like a lot of people do, but once that fell off, I got comfortable way too quick because I felt, oh, they're locked into a long term contract, but I forgot if they're not satisfied, they won't, they won't stick around, and that's what happened. So lessons to be learned there for me. Um, I just, I don't know. It's hard to admit the fact that you tried at something and you failed, and then you stopped trying and pretended like you were still going with this thing. It's been super super stressful. I did construction. I did mentoring, which was really really fun for me. I've done medical interpreting. I still do that on the side because I get to talk to people who really need help, and I like helping people. It's what I've always wanted to do. I had a hard time before figuring out how. And I saw a question from Tommy Bliu or something, or Biliu or something like that. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Um, he posted a status, and he had said, if success was guaranteed, what would you be doing right now? And mind you, I had already been starting my game up with social media marketing by going to networking meetings and getting to know these different people. And I had given out a seminar on social media and gathered a lot of interest on what I was doing. Now, the thing for me that caught my attention was, if success was guaranteed, what would I be doing? And it didn't even take a second. I just immediately in my head it was marketing. I'd be doing marketing for businesses. That's what I would want to be doing. And then, when you give more thought to something, more stuff comes into mind. Like, I also love to fight. I would love to be able to fight, even if it was at the amateur level. I've never been happier than when I got kicked in the face during my second cage match. I got kicked in the face, and I knew that I made it. Like, I was fulfilling the dream that everybody said I couldn't, because I was told that I was, I was too slow. I wasn't good enough. I just wasn't disciplined enough. And to some extent, they were right. But to another extent, that just gave me the drive to show them, like, you might think that, but I know better. I can do this if I put my mind to it, and that's what I did. And it's one of the times where I've been the most focused was when I was told, you're not gonna go fight because you never follow through on anything. And in my head, I said, fuck you, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this so good that you're gonna want to come watch me. And that's essentially what happened. And you know, I had an injury, I stopped doing that. I had an injury on my business, and I stopped doing that. So now I just started cold calling people and having meetings with these people. And I had two meetings planned for the day. One fell through, but it was a scheduling issue. Um, we're set up for next Monday, and to be honest, I'm excited to be back, man. I was terrified. I failed Um, More than once, obviously. I've failed more than once in my life, but this was a really hard blow to the ego because there was a time where I ended up becoming the project manager, the the marketing project manager for an IT company, $5 million company, been around for like 10 years, and they wanted to grow and they were depending on me, and I only got 2 months to bring them results, but they never helped me with anything, and I really don't want to say their name. And I don't want to talk trash about them because the people who worked there were amazing, and I still keep in contact with some of them. But I, they just, they were very unrealistic with their expectations. Just the same as you can't build a $1 million business overnight, you can't expect to see results on a social media campaign without giving any advertisement money, without providing with content, without any of those things, and still expect some type of result. Um, on my end, I was 2 years ahead of my schedule, with blog posts, with content marketing. I had already created everything because I was so fired up. I'm like, I'm finally fucking doing it. I'm marketing for a business. They're counting on me to bring in more revenue. I want to double this company's revenue in the next 2 years. And I know that it could have been done, but I didn't get the opportunity. And that broke me. Mentally and emotionally, it broke me because I had just been told by my family, nobody's going to pay you to do marketing on the internet. Who does that? It's the internet. Anybody could do it. And then I did it, and then they dropped me. And what do you do then? Like, you stuck it to your family. Now they get to stick it back to you again. And what happened recently is that I don't feel that fear anymore. Is that following the words of Gary Vee, I just stopped giving a fuck, and I'm willing to fail over and over again until I get this thing right. I'm willing to go through crappy client. Hopefully, I don't get any of those, but if I did, I'll be willing to put up with it so I can learn something. Even if it's a month that I work with these people so I can learn the client that I'm good with, the client that I'm not good with. I'll do it all just so I can be able to be successful. And, like I said, I failed. You're going to trip up. You're going to fuck up. You're going to be terrified of what people think about you, but trust and believe. If success was guaranteed, what would you be doing right now? Sometimes you have to imagine that you're the only person in the world that understands you because you're the only one that can get inside your head for sure. And that's the differentiation that I did when people were talking to me was, are they being constructive? Are they rising me up? Or are they trying to keep me down because they're not willing to step up? And most of the people in my life were trying to bring me down. I got two people in my life who've actually helped me become better, helped me become smarter. Family mostly very negative, but they do provide some practical advice, but it has nothing to do with me right now. So the practical thing to do is dismiss anything they have to say and make my own way, essentially. Whether they're eating me alive, talking shit about you, or like, if your family is the same way and they're talking shit about you, ignore it. That they're gonna die, and eventually you're gonna have to face the fact that you have to live your own life. And if you're not willing to live your own life, then you're not going to live a life at all, because your mom is going to die, your father is going to die, your aunt and uncle, your friends, your brothers and sisters, they're all going to die, and you will have to live with the choices that they made you do, when in reality you did them for yourself because you were too scared to stand up to this fake idea of this big person called Big Brother, or your mother or your father. Stop trying to live up to people's expectations. Raise your own standards for your own sake, and you will see success. And I'm starting to see it now. I mean, this 2 days ago, I called to set up meetings for this week and next week. I landed like 4 of them, and then I got one on November 13th at 2 p.m. I landed like 4 or 5 meetings within one day because I just said, fuck it. The worst thing that could happen is they don't pick up, or they tell me they're not interested. But they were all interested because I called. They would have never been interested if I didn't. If you think that You're waiting for the right moment. You have to create your moment. If you don't create your moment, you're never going to be in control of your own life, because you're going to wait for the clock to fall on you instead of you manhandling the fucking clock and making it your hour, every day. Now, I don't know if this is going to be seen by anybody, to be honest. The fact that I've been off for almost a year, my audience is probably fucking dead. I got 12 subscribers, but I'm super grateful that they've subscribed because they found some type of value in my past videos. And I hope that soon I can start doing more basic shit like this instead of trying to give this great production value. I'd rather be practical and push it out every day, giving you guys update, because I want to use this as a platform to be held accountable to myself. I don't want to say that I'm I'm doing all this shit, but there's no results happening no matter how hard I'm working. And I was doing that before to myself, in my own head. Like, oh yeah, you spent your whole day, you know, staring at your computer screen prospecting, when in reality I was stalling a cold call or a cold email. I didn't get any of those clients because I never called and I never emailed. And so what I need to be doing now is focusing more on what I can do instead of what I could do, and just taking action, taking massive action, and pursuing what you want to be doing. If success was guaranteed, what would you be doing right now? Just let that question sink inside your head and be detailed about what you want to be, where you want to be in the next 2 years. At the end of 2 years from today, where do you want to be? I want to be looking back on the same exact video and smiling and crying at myself that I never gave up. That, you know, I'm handling my own, that I've hired a couple people, that I've helped businesses make millions of dollars in revenue. That's what I want to be doing. So I hope you're all in the same boat. I hope we're all striving for the same end goal, and I hope that we're all going to help each other out on our own paths to success. Because if anybody has a question, you can email me at the customer acquisition team at gmail.com, and I will do everything I can to help you get on your way. I may not know everything, but I know enough to get you started. I can motivate you enough to get you started. If there's one thing I am good at, is being able to motivate people, and I'm so glad I have that ability. I just wish that I could internalize that every day and do it for myself, and I'm starting to, but I'm still a novice at it, but I will get better. The same as I hope that you get better, and that we all just become successful pursuing what we want, because my end goal is to make other people happy by helping them out however I can, and I know that'll bring me success. But my first version of success right now is 2 years from now, being able to wake up and never worry about bills again, because it's something I've worried about since I was 6 years old, was bills and being able to afford breakfast, or, you know, life is crazy. Everybody has a struggle, but my 6-year-old struggle is not the same struggle I have right now. And it's a lot less now than it was back then, because now I get to eat breakfast, And I hope all you guys stuck around with me. And, subscribe if you're watching this on an off chance that you came off of Gary Vee or Ty Lopez or Ryan Hilder. Shout out to Ryan. Or Tanner J. Fox. Shout out to Tanner. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I appreciate you. And if you would leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'm going to be doing my damnedest to be posting every single day, taking some time out of my day to do this. The times are probably going to be late in the evening, so you'll be relaxing or whatever. So, stay on that notification squad, and I appreciate y'all, and I hope you guys have a great day.